Still there. See? In trouble.
Hey, I'm your super waterman, your ambassador for water. You're listening to And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. Super happy. We're going to have a pirate fest today. We're going to be talking with John Baur, also known as Old Chumbucket, the creator of International Talk Like a Pirate Day. So stay tuned for the second half of the show where we talk about pirates and pirate lore and how to talk like a pirate. Arg.
In the abundance of water, the fool will get thirsty.
Hey, I am your super waterman, your ambassador for water, Leslie Gabriel. We're here with And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. Super excited today. Second half of the show, we're going to be talking to Old Chumbucket, also known as John Baur. And he is one of the creators of a new holiday called International Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's relatively new. It's about 20 years old. He's started that thing with his cohort Cap'n Slappy, Mark Summers. Cap'n won't be here, but Old Chumbucket will. And we're here at 89.7 WTBR-FM, Pittsfield Community Radio. And please note that the opinions expressed on this water program are solely those of its host, guests, or callers and do not necessarily represent the opinions of WTBR-FM, its management, other producers, or sponsors. So stay on tune. We got some water tunes coming up for you. Maybe kind of piratey, but what's pirating all about? Well, you want to stay tuned for that. You'll hear more when we talk to Old Chumbucket. So stay tuned for the second half of the show and get your pirate on. And here is something from the Intermezzo Orchestra, something that you probably have heard before. And it's the main theme from Pirates of the Caribbean off the Movie Night album. We love ya. Arrgh. Mm-hmm.
the ship was a belly of tea. The winds blew up her bow, up down and below my bully boys below. Was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a belly of tea. The winds blew up her bow, up down and below my bully boys below. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. He had not been 2 weeks from shore when down under a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. Hand to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Ahoy, mateys. Ahoy. Arg. This is Leslie Gabriel, and So It Flows, the only show for H2O. Super excited to be here with you. You know why? Because today it's all about pirates. So second half of the show, we're going to have one of the founders of International Talk Like a Pirate Day, John Baur, who goes by the pirate, Nom de Pirate, old Chumbucket. So stay tuned. Starting in about 23 minutes, he'll be on the air with us, talking all about some pirate lore and the origins of International Talk Like a Pirate Day and all that, and how it started, and, you know, is it really a joke, or what is it? What is it anyway? You're listening to And So It Flows, your only show for H2O. Psyched to be here, because there's some stuff on water that you may want to know about. Here's some water news. This is coming from Newsweek. Bad. Kim Kardashian and Kevin Hart are among stars accused of violating drought rules. Tisk. Not allowed. Some of the biggest names in the entertainment and sports industry are also the biggest names on a list of about 2,000 Los Angeles residents accused of using excessive amounts of water amid the ongoing drought. According to documents obtained by the Los Angeles Times from the Las Virgenes Municipal Water District, several celebrities were issued notices of exceedance, stating that they had surpassed 150% of their monthly water budget at least 4 times since the district issued new rules to combat the drought at the end of last year. Excessive water usage notices were sent out in May and June, and according to the Times, among those recipients were Kim Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, Kevin Hart, Sylvester Stallone, and former NBA star Dwayne Wade. Kim was also recently under fire after making number 7 on a list of celebrities that were ranked the biggest offenders of private jet emissions. While occasionally sharing her views on climate change, the report stated that her jet expelled 4,268 tons of carbon emissions over 57 flights so far this year. Nearly 97% of Los Angeles is in a state of severe drought, according to drought.gov. This year has been deemed the 4th driest year in the last 128 years, with the first 4 months being the driest ever recorded, the Weather Channel reported in May. Well, Kim, Kevin, Dwayne, and Sly Stallone, come on, guys. You can do better than that. we gotta all dig in a little bit, especially when it comes to water, because it's a source of life. And watering your lawn is great, filling your pool is wonderful, flushing your toilet is wonderful. However, you want to start to take a look at maybe how you can lower your usage. Being an example. That's part of why this radio show is here, this podcast, and so it flows, because we are the only show for H2O. And according to Blackbeard, if there's a man among... No, this is not Blackbeard. That's someone else. Here's something that Blackbeard did say. It's a blessing for a man to have a hand in determining his own fate. Well, that makes it a water quote, because a pirate said it, maybe? Here's another one that's more watery. Aye, tough mermaids are, a lot of them. Also something that Blackbeard said. We've been talking about here with some of my friends in the community about having a mermaid parade next year in Pittsfield, Mass. So if you're interested in something like that, just give a quick shout out to andsoitflows@gmail.com. Super excited to be here with you. This is And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. We heard before we came on to all this, we heard Wellerman Sea Shanty. And Nathan's, who did that? Nathan Evans, off the Wellerman Sea Shanty album. And before that, we had Pirates of the Caribbean, the main theme, off the Movie Night album. We got some Kansas coming up. Really excited to hear what they got to say. This is their Point of No Return.
Show the way and leave today. Was it you What does he care if the world's got troubles? What does he care if the land ain't free? Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, he keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and damn that planter is soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and wrecked with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bale, get a little drunk, and you land in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. Let me go away from the Mississippi. Let me go away from the white man boss. Show me that stream called the River Jordan. That's the old stream that I longs to cross. Old man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, he keeps on rolling. The long old river forever keeps rolling on. He don't plant cotton, and them that plant them is soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling. The long old river keeps hearing that song. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge and lift that bale, we gets a little drunk and we lands in jail. I get weary and sick of crying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. Old man River, he just keeps rolling on.
I can tell you're still testing the water. You don't know how to begin. But this is a moment you can't hesitate to slow down. Just gotta dive right in. I can see your eyes flood with desire and fear that you might capsize. This is the moment that, oh, you can't control it. So even though you're terrified, fall with me to the open water. There is no lifeline to climb. The deeper you go, swallowed by the undertow, the more you feel alive. I'll be there to keep you floating over and over. to the unknown. When you feel that you're not going under, you realize that you are free. Forever together in this beautiful ocean, always safe with me. Yeah. So fall with me to the open water. There is no lifeline to climb. The deeper you go, swallowed by the undertow, the more you feel alive. I'll be there to keep you floating over and over again. I'll be there to keep you floating until you learn to swim. So let the cool water wash away the times that you've been burned before, and we'll ride on the tide until we're back to shore. So fall with me to the open water. There is no lifeline to climb. The deeper you go, swallowed by the undertow, the more you feel alive. I'll be there to keep you floating over and over again. I'll be there and I'll keep you floating until you learn to swim. Oh, 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 to swim. To swim, oh, oh. Circling the surface, just treading water. Always dipping one toe in, but I don't go farther. No visions of Atlantis, I won't risk my safe and sound. You know the shoreline is my lifeline, where I'm sure I'm never gonna drown. But suddenly he's pulling me way down below the surface. No deep breath in, but down I swim, and I'm not even nervous. It's his eyes, they tell me what I'm thinking. Then he smiles, and I'm sinking deeper. Weightless and free, and everything I thought I knew drifts off into the sea. And suddenly he's in my head and heart under my skin, and I know every love before will now seem shallow next to him. And it seems so easy, and the waves wash over me, And I hear my own voice saying to take me deeper, like a drop in the ocean, into peace and devotion, till my heart rushes open and he's in my blood, into the salt and the fire. I never knew this desire. Oh, but once I'm a diver, I won't come back up. How far can I go? How deep is this soul? I didn't know until this. Somehow you let me breathe into the way that I'm underneath. This could be the time I finally go deeper, deeper, deeper. Deeper, like a drop in the ocean, into peace and devotion, till my heart rushes open and he's in my blood, into the soul and the fire. I never knew this desire. Take me down, take me higher, make it feel like
You're listening to And So It Flows, your only show for H2O. I am your super waterman, your ambassador for water. We're here at 89.7 WTBR, Pittsfield Community Radio, and all around the world, wherever your phone is. Subscribe to the podcast via Google, Amazon Audible, Apple, and Stitcher. And also, you want to like our Spotify playlist, just look up And So It Flows on the Spotify channel, and you will see our water-related playlist. So you definitely want to participate in that, especially if you love H2O. You just heard Deeper by Cassandra Kubinski off the Deeper album, and before that you had Swim, Open Waters, and that's from the Dance Moms album. And you also got, right before that, we had some Paul Robeson singing Old Man River, and Point of No Return by Kansas before that. Really excited to just share how do we get involved in all this stuff. Because water is the source of everything, including pirates, and we're going to be bringing on a pirate in about 2 minutes. A pirate named Old Chumbucket, the creator of International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr, lassie, we can make you wet. It's all about making sure water has its place. Here's a little pirate, bit of pirate-ness here. Let's see. International Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's our 20th anniversary bash, and I believe that's on September 19th, but we'll get clarified on that. And you know, you want to learn how to talk like a pirate, you want to definitely make sure that you participate in the rest of this podcast episode. And So It Flows, your only show for H2O.
Hanging up the phone.
Thanks for tuning in, because you're listening to And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. And again, like in a pirate, the world of pirates, we have John Baur, Old Chumbucket, on the line.
Ahoy there!
Ahoy! Hey, matey. What's up?
Well, we're approaching, fast approaching International Talk Like a Pirate Day once again. This will be our 20th year as an international event.
That is amazing. That's totally amazing. Now, for those of you who may not, for our water-loving listeners, we're talking to Old Chumbucket, John Baur, one of the creators of International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Tell our water-loving listeners what happened? How did this get started? It sounds funny.
Hopefully there are a few laughs in there. We started. My friend Mark Summers and I lived in Albany, Oregon at the time. He still does, and we had gone down to the YMCA to play some racquetball, get back into shape. And if you could see a photo of me, you'd know how well that worked. Not very, but. Sometime during the game, Mark let out an "Arr!" I don't know what happened to him, but must have strained something. But anyway, he started talking like a pirate. I picked it up. Slap that one off me. Mizzenmast. Prepare for a broadside. And by the time the game was over, we realized we'd had more fun than we ever had on a racquetball court. We decided the world needed a holiday when every man, woman, and child on the planet talked like a pirate.
Arr.
Now this was back in 1995, and for 7 years, the holiday was just a joke among a couple of friends. We'd call each other at work, go "Arr!" and hang up the phone. And then, well, first of all, the racquetball game took place on June 6th, which of course was D-Day. And we didn't want to sully that important remembrance. So I said to my friend, we need a different day. He said, September 19th. I said, okay, but why? He said, well, it's my ex-wife's birthday. It's stuck in my head. I'm not doing anything with it anymore, so we might remember it that way. And he was right, because I'm sure otherwise we'd have forgotten all about it. But anyway, in 2002, we sent an email to Dave Barry, the humor columnist, and invited him to take part in the holiday. He wrote a column about it. We thought, well, that's cute. There's our 15 minutes of fame. It'll be over by this afternoon. Within a week, we had been on the radio in Australia and Ireland and all over the U.S., including on Morning Edition, and we realized this thing's got legs.
Sea legs.
So, sea legs. So here we are.
Arr.
Arr.
Arr. So for those of you just tuning in, you're listening to And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. I'm your super waterman ambassador for water. And we are interviewing right now John Baur, also known as Old Chumbucket, one of the founders of International Talk Like a Pirate Day. So we're talking, you now are 20 years into it. Do you have anything special planned for this September 19th?
Aye, that we do.
Aye.
We're having a big party in Portland, Oregon, because I live up in the Seattle area now. Mark still lives down in Oregon, so Portland is halfway for each of us. And we've got a band performing. We'll be doing our nonsense, our nautical nonsense.
Nautical.
And
Where's
it should be a good time.
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be, well, first of all, it's going to be at a restaurant called Kells. It's an Irish restaurant where they've got an unbelievably good lamb stew. And it's also going to be online. We're going to be live streaming it online, so that ought to be fun.
Were there any Hungarian, talk about lamb stew. I'm Hungarian. Were there ever any Hungarian pirates? Do you know? We weren't actually, on the shore like other folks.
it's sort of a landlocked country, isn't it?
It is. We got
I'm-
Lake Balaton. That's about it.
Well, if someone got on a boat and stole something, we can call them a pirate. So it's a pretty safe bet that there were, in fact, Hungarian pirates.
Maybe they
There were
took
there were
horses.
pirates. They could have on their boat.
On the boat.
Because the key point is seagoing skullduggery.
Oh.
And when we talk about pirates, we're always thinking we get the picture of the classic Golden Age pirate from the 1710, 1718. But really, piracy, pretty much the first guy invented a boat, the second guy invented a boat, and they raced them because they're guys. The third guy invented a boat and robbed the other two. That wherever there's shipping, there's going to be pirates. Julius Caesar was kidnapped by pirates. That's a fact.
On your website, which is talklikeapirate.com, you have things like talk like a German pirate, talk like a Dutch pirate. You may want to expand that. There are a lot of
Pretty
cool...
much the most ferocious pirate I have ever heard of was a Chinese woman, Qin Yi Soa, who commanded a fleet of over 1,000 junks. The Chinese Navy couldn't stop her. The British Navy couldn't stop her. They finally bought her off and she retired.
Cool. And there you have this other link, which is called Pirate, how to create your own pirate name. And then you could pick a he, she. You could pick your favorite color, and then it shoots out a pirate name. How did you come up with Old Chumbucket?
Well, the name was one of the first things we came up with, and to tell you how seriously we were taking it, my friend Mark goes by the pirate name Captain Slappy.
Uh-huh.
So I envisioned Old Chumbucket. He was a failed ship's cook, and the crew hated his food. They called it chum, and that's how he got the name Chumbucket. So he decided to go on the account and become a pirate, and the name came with him.
That's pretty cool. I just love it. It allows for some levity in the world, and you got booty that you sell now. You have these talk like a pirate booty T-shirts and other things. It's really kind of cool. Now,
well, it's important to remember, as Captain Slappy often says, the holiday is called Talk Like a Pirate Day, not commit felonies like a pirate day. We recognize that pirates were bad guys. They were, as one historian says, they were the scourge of mankind. But they were the freest people on earth. They were damned, but they were damned by their own hands. And it's that freedom. It's that freedom that people associate with pirates and that we celebrate.
Yeah.
That we enjoy swaggering and not kowtowing to anyone.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Now, when it comes to, a way to pick up some pirate words, is there a way to, if we can just say a few words to that?
Okay.
Now, common phrases, things like that?
We have what we call the 5 A's. They're sort of your starter kit for Talk Like a Pirate Day, or for any pirate talk. The first A is ahoy, which means hello. The second is avast, stand and give attention. Avast, look at the bowsprit on that proud beauty. Arr.
Arr.
The third is I, which I heartily agree with everything you just said or did. I. The third sounds like it's aye, but that's a very specific reference to, yes, sir, I'll get right on that as soon as I finish my coffee. And the final one, the final and the most important one, and you said it yourself when you introduced me, was R. Now,
what does that mean? What does that mean?
R is the Swiss Army knife of pirate talk. It can mean whatever you need it to mean. It can mean, R, my king's winning, R. It can mean, arr, arr. It can mean, I would like a muffin, arr. Basically what it means is, I'm stalling for time while I think of something else to say, ah. But so much of what we think of as pirate talk comes from the actor Robert Newton, who played Long John Silver in the 1950 Disney version of Treasure Island. He came by it naturally. He was from that part of England where it was A, nautical, and B, people just talked that way. So a lot of what we think of as pirate talk he's the patron saint of Talk Like a Pirate Day.
And that's amazing. That's amazing. And those of you who are just tuning in or the first time tuning into And So It Flows, I am your Super Waterman, ambassador for water. We are the only show for H2O, and we are interviewing John Baur, one of the founders of International Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is on September 19th. And John goes by the Nom de Pirate, Old Chumbucket, O-L apostrophe or something like that. And then Chumbucket is spelled C-H-U-M-B-U-C-K-E-T. And so what else, let's say there's another word. There's another word that I hear a lot. I heard it on Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp said it a few times. The other black beard, or the other dude who played one of the other pirates, he said parlay or parlay. What?
Parlay.
What
parlay.
What does it mean?
It's not specific. It's not specifically a pirate phrase, although they use it in the movies to indicate something more formal. Basically, parlay is to talk, to negotiate. In fact, it comes from the French word parler, to talk. Parlez-vous? Do you want to talk? So that's what that means. If you're looking for some phrases you can use on the day that sound a little more piratey, Captain Slappy's favorite phrase is time to slice the main brace, which means time to have the first drink of the day. My own personal favorite pirate phrase is prepare to be boarded. You can use it in so many possible. You're going to go into a bar. Prepare to be boarded. I suggested to a friend who was getting married on September 19th a few years back that she should say that to her husband on their honeymoon. And she thought it was very funny. He was kind of mortified.
That's so funny. That is so funny. You know, one of the things I love to see is the ability to use words and culture in a way to bring forth a little bit more education. Would you say that International Talk Like a Pirate Day, I'm noticing a graphic on your website, has something to do with, let's see, some kind of service weekend you have, like, coming up?
Well, it's a friend of ours who wanted to take it, and what Talk Like a Pirate, among other things, what Talk Like a Pirate Day has done is there were pirate groups, reenactors, and people who just like to party like a pirate all over the country. The holiday gave them a sense that they belong to something bigger. So now there's an international coterie, one might say, of corsairs. And my friend down in Ventura, California, decided maybe we could take this a step further and do some good with it. It's been used as fundraisers for cancer organizations and other good causes, but he's trying to take it a step further and use it for different pirate groups to do some kind of community service in the name of pirates everywhere.
Cool. And the one I see on your website, which is talklikeapirate.com, so Nicholas Hoffman, he goes by the nom de pirate Chef Krabby, and it's on, that weekend is September 17th and 18th, And
Correct.
what's going to happen with Chef Krabby? Is he going to just serve a lot of people pirate food?
Well, he's been trying to organize a beach cleanup.
Oh, wow. Okay. Gotcha.
And he's having a little trouble getting pirates together because apparently in Ventura County there aren't as many pirates as you might think.
Yeah. And
He's having
amazing.
trouble drawing a crowd. But he'll be out on the beach in any case with his pirate wife and 2 pirate young'uns.
Yeah. Pirate youngins. Okay. So let's say
It
there's
happens.
a pirate youngin. Is there a word for pirate kids? Like kids?
Well, there's powder monkeys.
Powder monkeys.
Powder monkeys. Off on the fly.
That's funny. That's funny. For those of you who are just tuning in, we're talking with John Baur, and John is one of the founders of International Talk Like a Pirate Day, and he's goes by the nom de pirate Old Chumbucket, and it's so exciting, and I'm so happy that you joined us today. How do people stay in touch with Talking Like a Pirate, or with you? Do you have like any social media? Like, where do people go follow you?
We have the website, as you said, talklikeapirate.com, and my email address is chumbucket@talklikeapirate.com, Cap and Slappy at talklikeapirate.com. We're both on Facebook, but those rigid, unbending Facebookers will not let us put our pirate name in our account name because that's not our real name. But there's you pretty much just have to type the word pirate in the Facebook search engine, and a couple of thousand of us will come up.
Nice.
So no trouble finding. But you can just look for me personally, John Baur, only 4 letters, B-A-U-R, no E. My favorite family story is that my great-great-great-grandfather, when he was coming over from the old country to the United States, he lost the E overboard.
It fell. It must have been, something about it now goes to the end of what you are, which is pirate, which ends in an E. So it's all good.
There you go.
It ends in an E.
So there's a long history of the Baurs having trouble with the ocean and taking the law into our own hands, or our name into our own hands.
We're finishing up our talk with Old Chumbucket, also known as John Baur, one of the founders of International Talk Like a Pirate Day. I just want to thank you again for joining us, and we'll let you know when the podcast is up, and you'll see it within a couple of days. And just thanks again for all you do for pirates and all pirate lovers around the world.
Well, I want to thank you, and I want to thank all our pirate friends around the globe. We have met so many wonderful people, much better, much smarter pirates than us, who know so much more about it. And we've just learned from them and had a great time doing it.
Ah, shiver me timbers.
And you've never partied till you partied like a pirate.
No, that must be something else. That rum. Nothing like that rum. Add a little water. You don't need ice cubes.
If you must.
If you must. If you must. And just thanks again for joining us. You're listening to And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. And take care, John. Be well.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, that was Old Chumbucket. Gotta love that. He was wonderful. He actually provided us a little bit of pirate lore. And we got some of that right here. Pirate lore. This is from Robert Louis Stevenson. 3 of us afloat in the meadow by the swing. 3 of us aboard in the basket of the lee. Winds are in the air. They are blowing in the spring. And waves are on the meadow like waves there are at sea. Where shall we adventure to the day that we are afloat? Wary of the weather and steering by a star, shall it be to Africa, a steering of the boat, to Providence or Babylon, or off to Malabar? High, but there's a squadron a rowing on the sea, cattle on meadow, a charging with a roar. Quick, and we'll escape them. They're as mad as they can be. The wicket is the harbor, and the garden is the shore. You're listening to And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. That was Pirate Story by Robert Louis Stevenson. What's the song that we coming up? This is Quicksand by Martha and the Vandellas. Well, actually, it's not. It's Singing in the Rain. Gene Kelly. It's been raining in Pittsfield all afternoon, so let's go sing in the rain.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above, and the sun's in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing, singing in the rain. Dancing in the rain. I'm happy again. I'm singing and dancing in the rain. Dancing and singing in the rain.
That was Gene Kelly, Singing in the Rain, from the Singing in the Rain original motion picture. Gotta love Gene Kelly. It's one of the classics of all the water songs ever created. Oh, by the way, water events this Saturday at 7 p.m. down at Riverway Park in Pittsfield on 185 Dewey Avenue. We're going to be showing the water movie night. We're going to be showing Shark Tale, so bring a blankie, come on down. There'll be free popcorn, there'll be maybe even free pizza, free ice cream. Come on down, enjoy your water movie, and get by the water. And So It Flows, your only show for H2O. What do we have going on now? It's the end of the show, so just thanks for tuning in. It's been wonderful. You've been listening to And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. And love your water. Keep on loving it. Love it till it loves you back. Clean it up, save it, make more of it, filter it, drink it, shower in it, bathe in it. And most of all, make sure you are all about water consciousness. And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. See you next week.
In the abundance of water, the fool will get thirsty.